All right, everybody. Jeb Stewart here with Triple R Gunsmith Service. Been working on guns about 30 years as a hobby. Professional aircraft mechanic by trade. Anybody who's ever worked the Stevens 311 knows what a pain in the butt they can be to get back together. Over the years, I've developed a few little tricks. I was going to show you a couple of them. Everybody always hates installing the hammer strut, and this hammer spring. Very difficult. You can make a few little tools here. I'll show these to you. They're just aluminum bar stock, about 4 inches long, 1/4 inch wide. And you can pick these up at your hardware store. Same thing here. Same piece. About 2 inches wide, 2 inches long. 1/4 28 bolt. Most threads on the Stevens 311, where the stock bolt will go in, are 1/4 28. Maybe exceptions. And a little spacer. It's about a 3/4 inch aluminum spacer. I'm not going to put the whole thing together here just for time's sake, but I'll show you basically how it works. Once you've installed your hammer strut and the spring inside the gun, then you drop your hammer in behind it, and you need to get creative with your Dremel tool, and you kind of want to make it fit the shape of the hammer. You see a little sharp point here that'll fit right in the sear notch. Now when these things are in the gun, turn it up right like this, you'll have both hammers in. You have both of your pushers, I call them. Your spacer, bolt, and the aluminum block. Now they'll be a lot further out, of course, when everything's put together. But what you do is get them located on your sears, centered and properly in place. Take your wrench and start tightening this down, and it will push the sears into place to where it lines up with the front hole here. When it gets close, no, you won't take them both out at the same time. Everything goes left to right. Piece of 5/32 drill rod, and it has to be cut down to a taper with a sharp point on it. Once you see them start lining up, then you slowly insert it. Generally the one on the right first will capture, and of course you'll have your cocking piece in there with its little spring. Once the one on the right captures, this bar here will come loose. Then you'll have just one bar left. And what you can do there, put it back in here like it would be. You can actually use this to tilt it down into place until everything runs right completely through, using the 5/32 guide bar. Once you've got it all the way through, of course you'll push it in until the guide bar is flush, and then you'll take your regular pin that would normally go through here, and it will follow it through as a slave pin. It's important to kind of taper this edge here so it'll slide through smoothly. All there is to it. Another problem people have is installing the barrel latch spring. Very difficult to get in. You try to push it with a screwdriver this way, you're going to bend it. You're going to put a screwdriver through your hand. Take you just a regular screwdriver with your Dremel tool. Get creative. You want to make like a tuning fork little notch on it, just to where it'll fit over the guide rod. Take you a drill bit where your trigger pin would normally go. Put it through from this side. Once you've got your guide rod and your spring in there, use this as a pivot point. The spring will be up here somewhere. You can catch it anywhere. It doesn't have to be at the very tip of it. It can be anywhere in the middle. And using leverage force, pull that spring down until it clears the block here where it would seat, and you push it into place and fall right into place. Pull out your screwdriver. Works every time. Done many of them. Got tired of fighting the old way of doing them, so I made me some tools. They work great. Remember, you've got your two pusher arms, which fit into the little sear notch. You've got the little block here on the back with a spacer, 1/4-28. That will push the sears and the springs forward. This is a very handy little rascal right here. Fits right on that guide rod. Pull your spring down, slip it in place. Alright, I hope that helps. I don't really have a webcam. This is the first gunsmithing video, or probably the first video I've ever made in my life. And I'm doing it with my camera, so that makes it even more dangerous. We'll see how it turns out. Thanks for watching.